ho, ho.
Ho, 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 indeed. Hello, I'm Paul, and I'm planning to eat all the excess food I now have for Christmas and then hibernate until spring.
Hello, I'm Andrew, and Paul just changed the intro that he's got on the script, so that's my funny line bollocks.
You should have said, hello, I'm Andrew, and I'm the one dressed like Santa.
I'm the one, yeah. Am I the one dressed like Santa? I didn't realise Santa normally had chroma key issues. Anyway, this is Paul and Andrew watch all of Friday the 13th, where tonight we are watching Jason X. Very conveniently, because that's the 10th film. So, you know,
It's almost like they planned that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it'd been weird if that had been 9.
Yeah.
But it'd probably been better than 9. Anyway, how's your week been?
It's been busy. It's been stressful, but I've only got one more day of work where things go wrong until I'm off. So that's nice.
I've got a day and a half, so...
Yeah, so they decided to give us the whole of Christmas Eve off, which was nice.
Splendid. I've just got SAD and insomnia, which means I want to be left alone to curl up in a ball and not sleep at all.
And instead you're watching movies with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, you know, what could ever possibly make it worse? God, this beard is a pain in the ass.
I know, it's going up your nose already.
Oh, God, this was... whose idea was it? Oh, yeah.
It was yours, yeah.
It was a genius idea.
Yeah.
So, how does Paul think the series is going so far as we enter the final quarter with the end almost in sight?
Yes, the end is only a year away. It's fine.
Well, okay, yeah, true.
But yeah, it's far better than I was expecting it to be.
You keep on saying this. I mean, how bad did you think it was going to be?
I thought there was going to be some really atrocious films here. I really did. I thought by the time we got to about number 6, we would be really sort of...
Yeah, but like...
They've all been entertaining in their own particular ways.
I guess our criteria of bad movie is significantly different.
Yeah.
But yeah, fair enough. And the current trend within the films.
Oh, it's going downhill.
Oh, okay, right. You really have not enjoyed any of the last 3 that much.
I've enjoyed bits of them. That they've had good elements to them. Hello.
Ho ho ho! Has Scarlet Tiger Chili been naughty or has she been nice? With her 2 for 1 predictive score. That's for everyone who watches this series. Or Scarlet Tiger Chili. You were saying?
I've completely forgotten what I was saying.
I'm sorry, I wrecked your role.
No, that's fine. I think I was saying something along the lines of the films have had good bits in them. They've had entertaining moments. They've had really good scenes. Even if the sort of overall package hasn't been brilliant, there's still been enough in there to sort of...
I don't think there's one that we've been able to do nothing but bag on.
Yeah.
Which, considering we're both swine, that's quite the feat.
That's kind of our shtick, isn't it?
Yeah. But if I was to ask you that question in, say, more of a analytic way, how would you react? How would you have your feelings about that as we enter the wrong fucking... Here we go. As we enter a whole exciting world of Friday the 13th statistics!
Well, I might have some... Or I might be excited by some statistics I have. Would probably be the better way to say that.
Your section doesn't change each week, so it could just be a blank sheet for all I know.
It could well be. But this week I wanted to have a look at the iconic image of Jason. So...
Okay.
There we go. The iconic Jason this is. So there we see him with the hockey mask and the machete. Yes. We were all familiar with that now, but is the machete actually his murder tool of choice? You and I have commented on a number of times that he's an opportunist. He picks up what's around.
So I prefer to use the word utilitarian.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, maybe recycling or repurposing.
Yeah.
How's that? So let's look at the numbers behind that, shall we?
Please.
So there are 144 total kills in the 9 films we've watched to date, which is a gross. Yeah, sorry. Just to confirm, though, Jason is indeed the main killer of the series, but almost a quarter
Good.
of the kills we've seen are from other people. So shout
Mhm.
outs to Roy and Pamela for taking on the role of killer in their particular movies. But we've also got honourable mentions for Tommy, who took down 2 killers, Jessica,
Yeah.
who got a double by killing Jason and his host, and Alice for taking out Mrs. Voorhees in glorious slow motion.
Oh.
Yeah. We do unfortunately have booby prizes, which go to Vic, Tina, Wayne, and Renee for managing to kill non-serial killers and mostly doing that by accident. But this does leave us 109 kills from Jason, and that's what we're going to take a festive look at with the 12 Ways of Slaughtermas. Don't worry, I'm not going to sing this one.
I just want to say a quick howdy to Kaggy04 who's joined us. So new blood for the blood god.
Hello
Carry
and
on.
welcome.
I'm doing so well at interrupting you today.
Yes, I say, don't worry, I'm not going to sing this one. So if you want to sing along, you can do yourself. So what have we got? Make sure I'm in the right place. There we go. So we got 2 tent pegs impaling.
2 tent. Okay.
We've got 2 scalpel slashing. A pair of pitchforkings. 2 meat cleavings. And this is a new one for me. 3 defenestrations. Do you know that word?
Yes, I do know defenestration. That is killing someone by throwing them from a high place.
Oh,
window
through a window. Yes. That was a new word for me, so I was pleased to discover that one. What else we got? We've got 4 possessed a melting. 5 axes a chopping. And 8 knife stabs. 10 with a spear. 11 we're not sure's. 13 machete hacks. And 27 done by hand. So the machete came in at second place, but Jason's chosen method of killing people is good old-fashioned doing it with his hands, be that throttling them, crushing them, or just plain knocking someone's block straight off.
Oh, that's awesome. Question.
Yep.
Can we go back to the start and all the boys and girls at home sing along with the 12 methods of Slaughtermas?
Yeah, you can. I can't sing, so that's not going to happen.
Neither can I.
There we go.
Right. And 3, 2, 1. 2 tent pegs impaling, 2 scalpel slashing, a pair of pitchforks, 2 meat cleavings, 3 fenestrations, 4 possessed of melting, 5 axe chopping, 8 knives stabs, 10 with a spear, 11 we're not sure off screen, 13 machete hacks, and 27 done by hand.
There you go. We've tormented everybody enough with that.
Wow, even for us, that was low. Okay. Are there any more stats?
No, that's it. That's all I had.
Right.
Did you?
We've got to record that and release it. Possibly into a tank of bleach. Anyway, so we're up to number 10. Isn't that exciting? Jason Voorhees returns with a new look, a new machete, and his same murderous attitude as he is awakened in a spaceship in the 25th century. What could
possibly go wrong?
Can we have a jingle bells? Jingle bells, Batman says, smells, Robin flew away.
Okay, I'm leaving that one to you.
Yeah, right. I think I've lost it. I used to remember that when I was a lot younger. Anyway, so before we watch the movie, which all the boys and girls at home have got lined up, would you like some amazing facts?
Oh, I love amazing facts. Yes, please.
I love amazing facts. You love amazing facts. Everyone loves amazing facts. And because this keeps on happening, you're going to keep an eye on the Twitch, because I'm going to bomb through this without keeping an eye out for Scarlet Tiger Chili's questions. Anyway. So, Jason and Freddy, the ongoing saga, he says, having lost his bastard notes. God, I'd like to
So we
point
saw
out
Freddy's hand the other day, didn't we?
we saw Freddy's hands, but it was going basically by the late 90s, because the last time we were there was 93. That was Jason Go to Hell's. We're now in 2002. By the end of the 90s, Freddy versus Jason was just going nowhere. People wanted to do it, but there were so many disagreements, so many ego bounces, just punching off each other's heads. So Jim Isaac and Sean S. Cunningham, that folks will remember as the person who produced the first movie and the most ever Jason movies, decided that they wanted another Friday the 13th film made to retain audience interest in the character.
Right.
Which is that's fair. They wanted to keep things going. So it had one writer. This chap.
Ooh,
this chap
unique.
is it is. This is Todd Farmer. And his was the first and only pitch given to the studio. And they went, yes, all right. Much of the script is homage to Alien, including Farmer naming the character he plays Dallas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yes.
Yeah. And whilst it was all written by him, parts of it were constantly being rewritten, partly via someone from the company running a Friday the 13th writing competition and then incorporating elements of into it.
Okay.
And the studio sending through so many script changes that while they were doing the rehearsals, which they actually did the rehearsals, because this is another guy who turned up to do a Jason movie and went, I want the finest acting in the land, which we saw did work with Jason Goes to Hell.
Yes.
And Kevin Bacon's Bottom.
Yes.
That was some fine acting. So they were doing the rehearsals and they didn't know what was or wasn't going to be included in the movie. And then they turned up pretty confident they knew what was going to happen. And then during the shoot, things carried on. Yeah. And then once it was all done, there's very few fun stories from the actual making of it. It seems like there was no mad sex or drugs or anyone dying. Kane Hodder was just standardly amazing as Kane Hodder. It was filmed during the summer of 1999. It was then released in April 2002 in the USA. This was after it was released in Europe in mid 2001.
Interesting.
Do you want to know? Can you guess why?
They have to do some editing and make some changes to it?
No, it was due to an internal dispute within New Line, as it was made behind the back of the producer who was trying to get Freddy versus Jason made.
Oh, okay.
And who had Winona Ryder lined up to co-star with Robert Englund, and then this all came out of the bag, and people were like, "What?" And he was like, "Huh?" And I think he ended up quitting or something. But basically, they just bollocksed it up. So it was finished in 1999, and then, as in like in the can in 99, and they just left it on the shelf for a while. I think they had to release it in Europe because of some financing thing. They just couldn't not release it, so they went, okay, we'll release it in America as well. But it has got a whole loads of firsts. It was the first film where it's got the #1 in body count, highest body count in the series, #1 in least amounts of edits. They only removed literally a couple of seconds here and there through the whole thing. It was the first Friday the 13th to rely on digital effects for death and gore shots.
Mm.
It was the first one with almost entirely a Canadian acting team.
Okay.
Because it was far cheaper to hire actors in Toronto, where the film was being made, than to fly them in from America. And it was also the first Friday the 13th to have the film score composed and conducted by Harry Manfredi, since the one where he left. Because I couldn't think of a different way of segueing it into a funny little section, so it gets its own section. It made it made money.
Ooh.
But it didn't make money the way you think it did.
No? How did it make money?
It shat itself at the box office.
Mm-hmm.
Just absolutely useless. But it went on to make triple the production cost in DVD and post-theatre sales.
Okay, so it was a bit of an underground hit, sort of.
Statistically, it is one of the most successful Friday the 13th films. It's just that it didn't do it at the box office in the first run. But apparently it's one of those, it was like still in circulation as a movie for about 5 years afterwards in a cinema. Okay. So it was just doing the rounds. People loved it, even though they didn't love it in the cinema. Possibly an indication of the change in the markets. Possibly people didn't want to be seen watching it. But as I said, it was a critical failure. So now we come. Oh, is there any questions turned up?
Just more requests. Hello, Jay. Yes, you're requesting Jingle Bells. I think we've sort of covered as much as we know of that.
We are making jokes.
Sort of.
We're also,
they're bad ones.
Can we have Jingle Bells? We gave you Jingle Bells. Where are we? So, would you like what the critics said?
Oh, I love to hear what the critics say. They're always so accepting.
This is where. Frederica Fruzen from Cineopolis. I had forgotten why I only remember the trailer for this dumb movie. That was in a retrospective review. Yes. Mark Palmero, The Coast, that's from Halifax, Nova Scotia. This newest Puritan puke fest is as joyless as they come. Andrew O'Hara of Salon.com. Everything else Jason X tries to do has been done too, and generally a lot better.
Yeah, okay.
Tim Brayton, Agony and Ecstasy, who turned up a good number of times, so I want to know, why do they keep on having him do reviews? This film manages the extraordinary, almost mythological feat of surpassing all that came before it to stand proud as the worst of all 10 Friday the 13th movies.
So that's some high praise there, certainly.
Michael Brody Silverblend said, in the wake of Scream, Jason X is a postmodern horror film that comes off as just a little too post.
Okay.
And then we have the comments from Roger Ebert. This made its way into the most sacred, most hated list.
Ooh.
Which included such luminaries of cinema as Freddy Got Fingered, Catwoman, Battlefield Earth, and Critters 2.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Yes, let's hear what we had to say.
Yes, we are in 10, also known as Jason X. It's good, yes. Good. Jason X sucks on the levels of storytelling, character development, suspense, special effects, originality, punctuation, neatness, and aptness of thought. Only the title works.
So, right, we got the title to look forward to. Okay, fair enough.
So, yeah, the only confident thing in the whole thing was that it is indeed the 10th movie. Right. Scarlett knows what's going on for Mr. Cargo 4. Now is when we all get out all the good boys and girls get out their copy of Jason X and get ready to hit play.
So I think I'm going to be counting down from 3.
Yeah. Does everyone have their first kill drinks? That's the important question.
I have my first kill drink right here.
Right. Okay.
Ready. Okay. 3, 2, 1, and play.
That joyful moment whilst we get the intro, the new line music. I always thought water is a drink.
Yeah. You can drink what you like.
You can drink what you like, just as long as you take a drink at the first death. Oh my, this looks like it's been recycled from Spawn.
Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Now that was a film that was massacred in the edit. But water is fine. I drink water as well. It's just as whatever you want to drink, first kill, you drink. You can drink before and after as well.
But yeah, we just drink all at the same time for the sake of it.
So that's him in hell, I guess.
Some nice, almost zero G flames going on there.
This is not sci-fi.
Not so far.
It's like the X-Men intro as well. Oh,
So I have here a glass of port that I'm drinking as I'm in my festive Santa mode.
what the hell is going on?
Oh, I don't know.
I have mulled wine, so I hope someone dies soon.
Otherwise, you're going to have cold wine.
I'm gonna have cold mull. Yes. I feel like I'm about to watch a Schwarzenegger film. Oh my god, Arnold Schwarzenegger as Jason. Oh my. Kane Hodder. Hodder, Hodder, Hodder. Oi, oi, oi. Casting Robin Cook. Not the Robin Cook we know from our youth doing investigative. You guys are the best. Thank you. Harry Manfredi! We love you, Harry! No, the person who's best. Harry Manfredi. Harry Manfredi does the best soundtrack ever. Fucking love his work.
Yes. I'm agreeing with the initial comment. These are good titles.
Yeah.
They're probably the best we've had so far.
I have absolutely no idea what this has got to do with anything at all. I'm getting a serious mad scientist vibe off this, and I like it. When did Saw come out?
I don't know. That was early 2000s, I would have thought. Crystal Lake Research Facility. Let's make that sci-fi.
God. 2004. I was just going to say it's got that kind of aesthetic to it at the moment. Awaiting cryogenic suspension. What? Yeah, very Resident Evil. And this is definitely of the era. Oh man, I want to know when Hostel came out now.
You're going to go down a rabbit hole, aren't you?
Hostel was 2005, and it's similar. This aesthetic is seriously the first wave of Gorno.
Mm.
Does he fancy me? I don't know. How old are we? Old enough to know better.
Yeah. Don't let the beards fool you.
Old enough to know we shouldn't be doing some shit like this. So he had a haircut. No, his hair's grown back. That's what it is. He's now actually got hair.
Oh, right, yes.
Oh my god, that's John Carpenter. They're dead. They're dead. They're all going to die.
When it says it's all under control.
Yeah. 5 minutes into a film, everything's fine. 7 minutes into a film, everything's gone.
reckon the facility's leaking from the lake?
It's going to be the troop. Oh my God, called it.
Does that count as the first kill? Yeah, I think so.
Fucking
Cheers.
early doors. Oh, did I mention this is the most violent film in the series with 23 deaths?
What is it?
23, 24, something like that. Ridiculous number. I'm clocking that at like 5:30.
Yeah.
Oh. We fucked up badly.
But at least my uniform is still pristine.
Run! Run away! Oh my God, how did he do that? That's cool. Yeah, you may not have heard last. That doesn't work.
But still, you would. Yeah.
Yeah, I would, but I'd do it whilst legging it. Oh, delicious. Yeah, violence on films, way much more fun than violence in real life. I can stomach any amount of slaughter. Can you go to YouTube and watch Drunk Santa, please? Not tonight, but we might very well do it in the near future. He did say please very nicely, so we will at some point, we promise. Oh, they've really contoured that mask.
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? The one who beats people up with sports equipment. No, not Shredder. The good guy who beats people up. The vigilante who beats people up with sports gear. That's what his mask reminds me of.
Okay.
Oh my God! It was a cunning ruse.
Jason's going to start getting a complex about this. This is like the second time he's been set up at the start of a film.
Belly shot.
Okay.
Wait, what are we doing? We're watching Jason X. What we're doing? Yeah, we're
Yeah, door fault. Machete through door is definitely a fault with the door.
Yeah.
So
Fun fact, cryogenics sucks all the light, all the color out of your world so it becomes monochrome. But I'm not. What? Oh. Hey man, you do you, we'll do us. So they're still in the...
the present day as such.
Well, it's not genius. We're standard reading. They seem to be invaded by like a new wave band. What should I do? You should watch Jason X, and you should be at the 10-minute 30 mark.
And then you can see what we're talking about.
Then you can see what we're talking about. Because we're watching Jason X. Yes. The show's called Paul and Andrew Watch Jason X. Well, that's Guardian. That's a Guardian of the Galaxy ripoff.
Yeah, very much, isn't it?
Yeah. Movie, Jason X, the 10th part, of
the Friday the 13th series,
which we have been watching each week. Well, this ain't going to make much sense to you then.
You can just listen to us talk nonsense about
It
something.
it is on Amazon Prime though, and other places. Ah, they're from the future because they're talking condescendingly about really high-tech stuff.
Yeah.
That always gives it away. Unlike real archaeologists that find anything old and go, "Fuck me, this is brilliant," the ones in sci-fi always go, "Well, that's shit. We've got much better." Humanoid. Fuck off.
It's what ancient humans used to call a mask.
Mask. Does they know what a hockey mask is?
One of them does. One of them doesn't know what frozen things do.
Yeah, it's a film. As far as archaeologists go, these people are pants.
They're not really preserving the
We've
site.
got another body here. My God, you're archaeologists. You find a body, you wet yourself, enjoy. You don't go, "Oh no, someone from 2 centuries ago died." We can bring her back to life.
That's the first thing we do with all dead bodies.
With all dead bodies, we bring them back to life so they can instantly die from all the pathogens that have evolved since they were alive. We call it Friday.
Oh! Dismemberment.
Oh my God, that was brilliant. No, if you get pumped up on pseudoephedrine, you will feel fine. You'll feel brilliant. You will never complain about pain again. That's a fairly realistic reaction to pseudoephedrine.
Yes.
You have a you have a paper cut. I'm going to load you up with adrenochrome. Quick, we must go to our space mask?
I'm not entirely sure what that was.
But
it's got somebody with a cowboy hat
to open up and it fly like some kind of bee. He could just buy a vibrator.
Not sit on a washing machine.
That looks like Steve Austin. Or his cheaper Canadian brother, one of the two. Oh, space sex time, yeah.
Oh, good. You'll have perverts in the future. I was getting worried for a minute there.
In my time, I'm considered sexy.
It's the hat.
Jesus Christ. What? It's not for anything. What did that even say?
It said Lunar Estates, but I couldn't read the rest of it.
Cool. I think Tiger's actually like deep in this because she's not saying anything. Oh, that was a quality line.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it does. Those things do move like ears. That's so cute. Utterly impractical. Like, oh, the little cute head thing.
I like
Someone
the way
actually,
that they move from drive position to landing position to be picked up and put back into drive position straight away.
yeah, but it did look like cute little ears doing
It
the
did,
fluffy. Do. That is a curious top. In the dark future, there is no time for modest clothing.
It's that weird mix of
Perfect.
futuristic, having to have repurposed old clothing, and having brand new high tech material clothing.
Yeah. So his definition is one of them was in perfect condition. What is his definition of perfect condition, considering one of them is a fucking zombie? Not for the... Yeah. I mean... there was no channel to watch. I came back. Had to... seriously, you can find Jason X on Amazon Prime, the video show, and other places. I'm not going to tell you what another places means. Oh my.
Well, this is going to make Jason's time much more difficult, isn't it?
He'll have so much fun. He'll never run out of people to... Oh my god, pride flag Jason mask. It's one thing you can say about Jason. He's not a bigot. He will murder anyone. And why is he removing her underwear?
Because apparently that's part of the defrosting process.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
That's questionable. Can you make it? We can't, unfortunately, because that will just muck around with copyright. It's a watch along. We're happy to give you a timestamp for it when you find a copy. That looks like he's slowly cooking.
Yes, it does. I do like the fact that the guy walking past the reattached arm decided to try and high five him.
Oh my good lord. Let's cover her new body with chainmail. Politicians do it all the time. Get a room. You know, post-nut clarity.
Mhm.
Fresh. Oh, God. I'm not East Jason. I'm not going to judge anyone who wants to. Because
last time.
You'll be pleased to know I have not I've subjected you to any of the Jason Voorhees porn I've found in the process of researching this series.
Yes, I must admit you haven't done that this time.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you ever so much.
There is a lot of it out there.
I believe you. I don't need proof, but I believe.
Yeah, there's Jason porn. Oh my good lord. Actual... Wow. That's grotesque. I am still waiting for drunk Santa's. We're drunk! Uh, that is chainmail!
It does look distinctly like chainmail, doesn't it?
Or some kind of like future bubble wrap.
Yeah.
No one's here. Actually, a lot of people are there.
Mm. Oh, what you mean? The guy on the slab next to you? Yeah, well, he's here.
The guy on the slab who, whilst frozen, still managed to cut someone's arm off with his machete. Yeah, he's fine. Nothing to worry about. In the year 2455.
Don't worry. I mean, I know you're from 450 years ago, and everything you knew is gone, and everyone
You knew
is gone, and you have no concept of what life is like these days. But you'll be fine.
Oh, and by the way, that metal sheet is what you're going to be wearing from here on in.
Yeah, because you have no money.
2455. Yes.
Just in case people in the audience couldn't do the maths.
Oh god, these beers are so itchy.
They are, aren't they? What, you planning to sell her? Yes. Okay. You're planning to use her as an attraction.
Which planet?
So I thought they were on a spaceship or a space station.
Yeah, they're on like the Sol Research Space Station, aren't they? I love this guy.
So you've woken me up in the middle of the night. I'm not interested.
The fuck?
How does he know that? We know that's not true. It was just over 100.
That's out of curiosity, how many 16th century serial killers do you know? And I know what your wife's like for serial killers.
Yeah.
So
she would be the one to answer that particular question.
yeah, but that's the question.
Hmm.
Why would he know about a 400-year-old serial killer?
And why would the other guy be able to instantly identify him?
What the fuck?
What are the forceps for?
Because he's the Jack the Ripper of his era. Yeah, but Jack the Ripper was like what, 1890s, 1880s.
Mhm.
That's like, I mean, how many people have heard of Spring-Heeled Jack? Which is closer to what Jason is. True. I'll go in that. Caligula was a Roman emperor, and most of that was bullshit. So, Ivan the Terrible. Fair enough. Oh my good lord. Yeah.
Yes.
Give Jason a hug.
I love the fact she's just put it back.
Do we need to be seeing this?
It does answer the question of what the forceps are for.
It does. And she's definitely wearing interesting underwear. I can list more old serial killers to you.
Excellent. So we've got an entire show out of
From
that one.
the 1600s? That's not a good look. That it's got to be serial killers who weren't military people. That is disgusting.
Oh, the way it's all smoking.
Yeah. That is also can't be appropriate labware, and that's a random laser. I'm all for more lasers in a lab. I'm very pro laser. You know that.
Yes.
But I mean, that's an entire that is a lamp made out of lasers. That is not efficient. Fucking brilliant.
But it is pretty. Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, I'd love one. I'm jealous. I am jelly of that lamp.
Oh.
Super glue, you idiot. And there was me wondering how they were going to reanimate Jason. Obviously! People are getting it on. Jason wakes up. That's brilliant.
We'll take Jason to the only place in orbit that's full of horny teenagers.
I will look through that list with great excitement after we finish what is essentially turning into a soft porn movie. How did this get a 15 rating in the UK? Oh my. All we need now is for someone to do a line of space coke. And he will be up like a shot and ready to kill. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I sense my orgasm sense is tingling. Oh.
Oh.
Wait for it. Oh!
Yeah, there we go.
Oh my god! Oh, that was So many choices.
It's like Christmas time has come.
He's got a fucking space machete.
Yes.
Oh! Tiger Chili, you are a bad person. Oh my. Yes, help me adjust to the fact that this has happened. I'm about to have extreme culture shock. Oh,
right. I'm sure we can find something that's familiar.
Have a word with her, okay? That is. Have a word. What? Ooh.
So they're implying he kind of came back from hell and went on more killing sprees.
Did they try cutting his head off and then putting the head in a box?
I don't think so. I think they just put him in a box in Hull.
If they'd given the job to a bunch of role players, it would have been done.
Head in a box, fired from a cannon into the sun.
Yeah, Jason Voorhees on the sun. Oh my god, that'd be brilliant.
Is that supposed to be like a Fiji mermaid?
I have no idea. I just want to know who decided to put poppers in the food supply. It's a programmed love pillow.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not. No. No. He's.
Yes, they could be.
That's why he's the sergeant. As soon as he hears that, he's just like,
Unstoppable killing machine, you say?
oh! How did he get that distance off that shot? How much? That had to be what? 5 feet?
At least, yeah.
That is a lot of power.
Mm.
I'm very worried there's going to be a window kill in this because that will expose them to cold vacuum. Didn't quite have gravity sorted out. I've now just got visions of Jason impersonating the snowman. I'm flying through the air. Oh
I
god,
think
that'd be
you have
brilliant.
the inevitability of sort of Jason and Vixim slowly moving together, couldn't you?
Oh. The world's slowest kill with someone screaming for 5 minutes as they float towards him. Oh my, that is a bad Aliens armor ripoff. If they've got a motion detector, it's so bad. I think the makers of Alien and Aliens wouldn't sue because it would like connect them to this. What the hell?
Okay. Could be a hologram or something.
He is trying to look like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh man, this is the best laser quest I've ever seen. Oh! Run?
Yeah.
No! Oh my god!
He's got some
Yes, that is the writer. Oh! Breaky, breaky. Oh! Those sound effects worked.
Yes.
Although he did not give himself that plush apart. And I love having a pencil to be able to wave around like a flouncy baton. Well, surprise! They could also be sued by Doom. Nice. I don't know where to begin with that armor. I get what they tried to do.
And they've almost got a little bit of Predator style padding in there as well, haven't they?
I think those are skateboard pads. As always, the lack of helmets distress me, but I understand why they don't have helmets, so I'll forgive them. Yeah, it's a cobble, and it's got way flung together is there's no continuity. So, who's this?
We saw him like really early on the ship.
Is he a space hippie?
I think so. From
Die,
the looks
hippie!
of it.
Die, hippie! Die, space hippie! With all your space reefers filled with your devils and space lettuce. Scientist, hippie, whatever. Same thing. I'm funny because I talk bullshit.
There we go. He's a space engineer.
Space engineer, hippie, scientist. No wonder he fucking smokes space. No wonder he smokes space devil's lettuce. He's got 3 jobs in one.
They call me the engineer, but I'm really just the janitor on the ship, and I hate it.
Aim better.
So maybe they don't like hippies either. They're taking the opportunity to destroy his stock.
Where does he find the time in the day? Aim better. It's a standing target 10 feet away from you. And he grows bonsai. How did that guy have time to be the janitor as well? Right, he's not that into bonsai. He's not crying or moaning about the inevitability of death. And I'd have got away with it if it hadn't been for you pesky space marines. I'd just like to say, whoever in Ordnance decided to make the standard issue rifle 4 foot long for space encounters.
Down a corridor, you mean?
Yeah. There's a reason things like the M14 and the SA-80 got picked up by people engaged in urban warfare. Whoa!
Oh, nice little crunch there.
Ooh. Golf clap to the Foley artist. There's some proper crunch going on in this. I do not feel well. Whoever designs guns like that clearly is a
Yes, I think that's probably it.
I mean, if it was like if it was a mounted system, yeah, you know. And like the saw's pretty big, but that's
Oh, spacecraft.
Oh yeah, the Asian's gonna kung fu him. Yeah. Not even slightly racist. Ooh. Oh, that is quality. That was quality. Louder.
Yes.
It's just the twirly down at the end.
Yes.
That was so
These
grotesque.
could be spikes on the wall. Oh,
Oh! Oh! Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm on a spaceship. You'll have to speak louder.
yeah.
Oh, that was. Oh,
It was a brilliant line.
I'm.
How did she hear that from a completely different part of the space station?
Magic. Um. Um. Oh wow, that's. Why does it have 4 barrels?
Ah, there's those spikes.
You took your
Oh,
eyes off him, you idiot!
yep.
Oh god, yeah, that's his own fault. That doesn't even count as a kill. That's a suicide.
Yeah.
Oh! um, from looking at them, those look like about 40 mil chambers.
When did that one happen?
I don't know. Basically, each one of those guns should be firing anti-aircraft rounds. So yeah, and the 4 or 5 barrels with only one of them going. This was designed by a 12-year-old after a lot of coffee.
Why does the spaceship have an anchor? Uh,
So it
that's
can
a very,
land.
very good question.
How else is it supposed to stay in the same? Oh, thanks for the hint. Oh man. Oh.
Right, well, that's all the soldiers gone. How are the rest of you feeling now? That's a good point. We've
Yeah.
got all these antiques from Crystal Lake, including this anchor.
Yeah, we found this electric cable and we found this rock with a chain wrapped around it. Jason, why are you running away? Shit.
Oh, I don't fancy his chances.
Hang on, when did they leave?
Well, I think they left when they docked the bunny ears ship. Real goat fuck?
Oh dear.
So you're gonna crash straight into the space station?
Uh, that's a dome.
Yep. Most likely a residential area.
Oh my! Oh my god! Oh my good lord! Jason just killed thousands. Jason has just taken percentages of the human race.
Yes.
One hell of a flex. What happened? Jason killed a space station. That's
Yes.
what happened. Jason's.
Yeah, you just missed the biggest mass kill in Jason's history. I think that deserves a drink if nothing else does.
Yeah, Christ. To who? Yeah. We're basically just. I'm,
I'm not doing a chart for that one.
thousands easily. Stop being positive. Jason is naturally attracted to the sense of sex and positive thinking.
Yes.
Oh my.
I think
It's
this does
called
send.
setting up. Second?
No, go on.
I was going to say it's called setting up a jump scare. What do you think I'm doing? What were you going to say?
I was going to say, I think this sends a clear message that 4.5 centuries in the future, we really need to stop making spaceships and space stations out of tinfoil. We should use something a little bit more durable.
They did. They used glass. No way. That was a bad plan. I swear.
Oh, looks like we just lost someone.
Sorry. I ran away in terror. Or I hit the wrong button. They are milking this jump.
They are. Hey, through a window!
I knew I recognized her from somewhere. She starred in Andromeda.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And Arrow.
There's been quite a few recognisable faces in this one.
Yeah. That's because it's well cheap to make movies in Toronto.
Mm.
Has your volume gone down?
Not that I'm aware of.
There, that's better.
Maybe it's just the beard getting in the way.
Possibly. Hang on, you're trying to bribe Jason Voorhees.
Yep.
I know where there are a lot of teenagers having sex. I'll let you kill 50, maybe 60,000 people. That's, oh, that's so incredibly optimistic of him.
Yes. And there's a pitiful scream in the background.
That was. Yeah. God. Who have they just found?
Probably the Marines. Yes.
Which one of them? Or ones of. Oh, it's a gun. No, it's nothing like riding a bike. That is nothing like riding a bike. That's
Well, that looks like a space shotgun, so it's probably going to involve flying backwards at high speed should you fire it.
it's like riding a velopede and then trying to ride a multi-geared recliner. What's a bike?
Yeah. There's probably not a lot of them on space stations.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Dear. So hang on. Her knowledge matrix tells her.
Say again?
So her knowledge matrix tells her that the more that they try and make out, the higher their chances of survival. I think she'll find that she's got that wrong.
Very, very wrong. Incredibly, I don't know. How is she still scared by anything? Oh, that's cruel. She was the one that had all the blood splattered at her. I always prefer far more realistic sex bots. I mean,
Why are they not just shoving all of these Marines back in the reanimating device?
I like seeing there's a certain level of damage they can't just bring them back from. What?
Sorry?
Oh, trousers. Sorry. That wasn't a cheap joke on my part. That was just complete shock. Thank you.
Yeah, that's the position you want to be in.
She was cryogenically frozen. So other than like the gaping wound, which was probably relatively minor, how dead do you have to be? I'm thinking like if Jason's had at you, you're in several pieces. It's his normal routine. I mean, you could just piss Jason off by sitting in one of those tanks, set to the perfect balance. So you're just always healing while he has a crack at you.
Yeah, not coming back from that one.
What? Has he?
That's Jason. That gun has a significant amount of barrel just for the torch.
I think the torch is part of the. I think that top's made out of the material they make American football clothing from,
Mm.
as is his. That's the stuff. What?
There's the thing about emergency escape craft in the future. They never actually seem to be fueled and ready to go in the case of, I don't know, an emergency.
Yeah, I mean, surely they should just have like a big rocket on the back. It should just be hit the button and off you fly.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a, I can't help it. He has got a definite BDSM look to him in this one.
Mm. Oops.
Oh shit!
Worst combat droid ever. Yeah, she's hit the nail on the head there. Ooh, okay.
Okay.
That had some kick to it.
Yeah. They're like massively engineered Desert Eagles. That's kind of fun.
Robocop-esque.
Yeah, well, Robocop 3-esque.
Yeah.
Oh! Stop saying cool lines and kill him! Stop it!
The good old-fashioned shoot around them. Oh, okay.
Oh! I don't quite know what that achieved, but it looks fucking cool.
Oh no. Jason's gone into the electricity.
Hi, Craig. We're 1 hour and 8 if you picked it up. No, the film's still going. Well, so oh my!
There goes the mask. Don't give it back to him.
Carry on killing him.
Yes.
You filthy leather-clad sex ninja deathbot. Please stop pee. Ugh.
Yeah, this is the point where they just should have spaced him.
Can you call a random people and say you are selling condom? Very unlikely. Yes, we are very much in need of assistance. We've lost half the ship, half the crew. Okay. So that's a level of how dead you have to be before you can get regenerated. They really do like their mythological names. Tiamat, Grendel. Call random people and say you are selling happy.
Yeah, I don't think you quite grasp the premise of the show.
No. Paul and Andrew watch Jason X is about me and Paul watching Jason X and riffing through it as we go along, as we watch all the way through all of the Jason Voorhees movies. We're not really going to do prank calling. I think you need a different kind of entertainer for that. Sorry.
The electricity.
Oh my, he's resurrecting because Jason and electricity, and he's going to get a whole new head and a new arm, and he'll just be up for being spanky.
Oh no, it's the nanobots. The nanobots are going to kick in and rebuild him.
We have the power. We have the technology. We can rebuild him. No! Don't!
Here's the thing. Are they going to rebuild the mask as well?
I mean, that wasn't on my list of important question. Shiny and chrome! I just love that woman's determination to rock her fashion choice. No matter what's going on, she is not going to put on sensible clothing. Terminator Jason. Oh,
Yeah.
dear God. I have never seen animated streaks of silver be so sinister and such harbingers of death. Cargo 4, we don't do random phone calls. I'm sorry. We riff on movies. That's what we do. It's what we advertise it as.
Ooh, ooh.
That's why it's the home of geek culture. It's what we do. We don't mind you watching. We don't mind you asking. We love your support, but what we do is what we do. Oh dear. Bakag, it's been fun having you around. We do wish you all the best.
Take care.
She just stands there because she's a Deathbot sex ninja. Oh my good lord. Jason buff. Jason got ripped. That is one angry looking Jason. 2 for 2. Giving her the prop. We salute you for 2 for 2. Yes.
Oops.
Oh.
Don't stand near the door. You know how this goes.
So we salute you. I predict a very bad head joke coming up. Define okay.
Yes.
Aw. There's 15 minutes left. I don't. Oh! Oh, wow. That's. We are the nanobots. We hopefully upgrade you.
Yes, if we can't rebuild a human, we'll just turn them into some sort of weird human cyborg.
It'll sort itself out when she lets go and plugs the hole with her dying body.
Oh, this looks familiar.
Yeah. It's about to get a little bit Goldfinger. Helpful advice. Why are you a stranger in paradise?
You're going to need more than a couple of fingers holding onto each other there.
If it was a finger of fudge, should be fine. Oh! I mean, you're not wrong there. That's a 3 for 2. She's up ahead. The curse is over. Yeah.
Yep, that's his thing.
I mean, you got to say this. Jason Voorhees is reliable.
Yeah.
He's always there. He's always coming. Extravehicular activity. Steady. I'm just saying, a first date with Jason Voorhees would be interesting. Why does that remind me of one of the spacesuits from Firefly? I think that's been recycled. That's a good prop. Oh man, he is buffed up. That is some serious regrowth. Whoever designed the future liked flashing lights.
And we approve. Yeah. I think that sums it up.
Just, It's got a lot of Shredder vibe going on here in a good way.
Are they going to give him some monsters to play with?
No, I don't think they do. I think he is the monster.
Oh, they've gone back to the original soundtrack. It's kind of like they're harking
That's
back.
CCL.
Yeah.
As us Vorhites call it, CCL, because we're so hip and cool. Yeah. Great minds.
Now all they need to do is some CG teenagers to keep him entertained for a little while, and they'll be fine.
Yeah, yeah. It's going to be Kevin Bacon's arse,
Yeah.
large enough to obscure the moon. Okay, well. Oh my god! Oh, it's just genius.
Yep.
Oh, so funny. That was horrific. Oh. Oh. Oh, God. That is going to stick with me forever. That really is. Told you. Okay, have a word with her, all right? Despicable. Oh, this is horrific. Ooh, Scarlet Tiger Jelly, what have you said to make it worse?
Oh, poor guy.
Oh.
Yeah, well, you made us laugh tonight. Thank you. See, I honestly thought because he was out there in the spacesuit, he was just going to go on to the little escape shuttle and try and get him through their airlock rather than go back in through the original one.
Oh my.
Yeah. Hey!
Oh man. Sir, we salute you.
You have saved the two humans.
Space Sergeant. Oh. Hang on. Oh my god. I was right. We're walking in the air.
Yeah.
I called it.
Is Jason going to act as a heat shield?
Oh.
Oh dear. It's like Earth 2 Camp Crystal Lake. Yeah. He's going to come in like a steamy meteorite.
Oh God! Oh my! Oh, oh my!
Oh,
Oh,
what an ending.
oh!
Oh, the Uber Jason. Have you seen that?
Jason. Oh wow! Oh God! He just focused. He just guided himself on him like a scent powered death missile.
Uh,
Wow!
yeah.
Yeah, that was a romp.
Yeah.
Wow. I ah right. I don't know what to say.
And that was
That
Jason X.
that I just need to
Just need a minute to
need a
recover.
minute. Oh God.
Oh dear.
Oh
There's a guy in the credits called Jeff Darth Maul.
oh.
Well, that
Well,
was.
how are you sure you're ready?
I think I'm ready. I think
You
that
think you're
was
ready?
by far the funniest one
That
I've seen. I
that
laughed
was,
much more during that than I have in any of the others.
but it was intentional. It was it
Yeah.
was it was it was half intentional laughter, half go on my son.
Yeah, it was very self-referential humor as well, which is nice
You see
considering
that
where we are.
that complaint about it being postmodern, I thought it was
Mm.
very. I don't think it was too postmodern. I think it was very aware of what it was,
Yes.
but and it knew what people wanted, and it did. You know,
Delivered?
I'm going to go through the list. I'm going to go
Yeah.
through the normal list. Okay. I mean, okay. First of all, the Jason. What did you think of the Jason? Now, this is the fourth time Mr. Hodder
Yeah.
has played the role in a row.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's still a very solid Jason. I just love the posture, um,
Yeah.
what he brings with obviously no dialogue, but just his body language and everything. I
Yeah.
still think he does a fantastic job. And then when
Yeah.
he came back as Uber Jason, it's like, oh yes, so
Oh, there was a definite change in mannerism.
Hmm.
I don't know how to put it, but it was just a bit. It was different, and it was
Yes,
nice.
yeah,
Not just a physical change. He knew he was turbocharged,
hmm
or Uber Jason. Um,
this film had a fact checker.
Jesus, it was. No, we don't do prank phone calls. Get over it. Okay, can I go for? We don't do prank phone calls. Um, Question would be, how do you think it squares up as a Friday the 13th?
As of
That's a,
Friday the
as a
13th,
Friday the 13th, because that
I
was
yeah, that's not on the chart. That's probably the worst Friday the 13th out there.
I
Um,
I don't know because it's definitely a break.
mm,
It's a very radically different idea.
yes,
Um, there is a theory. I will introduce a fan theory to you. There is the fan theory, which tried to explain it, that it's actually that fits it into the continuity better. that it's a Jason's dream.
Right. Okay.
So this is him imagining the future, and like just the simple fact that he lands close enough to be able to go and massacre more people. So it's him in hell.
I think that was him in heaven, quite frankly.
Yeah, that was him hog heavening it. I get why people reacted badly to it, but as a Friday the 13th, it's not. It has. I don't know, because it's like, they said on with 5, they were trying to get away from the old cliche, and that failed.
Mm-hmm.
And then with 8, they wanted to do something different. Then 7, they wanted to do something different, and that failed. And 8, they tried different.
Mm-hmm.
9 was definitely an attempt at something different to try and break the chains. This one, I think, successfully broke the chains, because it is a Jason film. It is a Jason film. Okay, idiots bring back Jason. They don't know what they're dealing with,
and then he goes and kills everybody.
He goes and kills everyone. He stalks them. He does his magical jumps. He does his homing in on people. You've got the valiant sacrifice to save others. You've got really kick-ass kills against some people that were never going to be able to defend themselves, some people that would be able to defend themselves. You've got that mixed in. You've got innovation. You've got points for, amusement. You've got Camp Crystal Lake. The mythology is definitely in there. Other than the fact it's in space, is it any less? Because if you're going to say, well, it's not a Friday the 13th, it's like, well, then 8 isn't a Friday the 13th because that was on a boat.
Well, yeah, but it's more the fact that this one didn't take itself seriously as part of the Friday the 13th. This was very much a Friday the 13th sending up itself kind of thing, which, I enjoyed because, as Scarlet Tiger Chili said, it was a great romp. But, it doesn't fit with the rest of the Friday the 13th because it is so different. Yeah.
Okay. But what was your favourite kill? Because I've got 3 very firm choices on that.
So to start off with, I was definitely going to go with the head in the bucket of like liquid nitrogen or whatever it was.
The slushy head. That was.
Then there was this corkscrew. Just made me laugh so much. But then it topped it off at the end with the sleeping bags. Jason just going to town, bashing together.
I know they're technically not kills, but
I know they're not. So I guess the corkscrew is the favorite kill, but that bit was just so brilliantly done and added in. It was
I don't. This. I don't know. That's the thing, right? I'm going. Yeah. I can't choose between them.
No,
because slushy head death was just grim.
It was visually brilliant.
It was visually brilliant. It was visually brutal. It was a very quick utilitarian. What can I use? Excessive and I want to say demeaning force. She was killed by her own lab equipment.
Yeah.
So it had that ironic demeaning, and it was pretty grim. However, corkscrew death, that had the slow ickiness, and that had the he's screwed line.
Yeah, it did. And just the slow motion of him turning around. It went down.
That was so slushy head death was just a quick visceral.
Yes.
Whereas corkscrew, that was a drawn out.
The thought that went into that is what impressed me.
And then sleeping pinata.
It
was just. I didn't know the swivel wasn't fun. I get what you mean by the swivel was so funny. But I thought the swivel was just that was just the grimmest bit.
But it's like somebody sat down and thought about it. Thought, oh,
yeah,
the body's gonna turn.
because I mean, head death,
yeah,
head slushy death. That was grim and over, and violent and over. Corkscrew was just, my God, the guy's dead. What are you doing now?
Yeah.
Gratuitous. It was good. It was.
Yeah. It's
slushy,
when I saw him impaled, and I sort of thought, oh right, yeah, so he's been impaled, that's fine. And then I just noticed him turning around. It's like, oh yes,
it's just hilarious.
Well, it certainly made me laugh.
I mean, obviously, half the job of watching these is laughing at people's untimely and unpleasant demise. I'm just saying that as a it had a torturous nature to it that Slushy Head Death didn't. It's drawn out.
Mm.
I almost wanted him to squeak. I was like,
that would have been brilliant.
And then you've got Sleeping Bag Pinata time, and I can't think of that tightly a contested Friday the 13th for best kill.
No. I was convinced when I saw the first one that was it. They weren't going to top it during the film, and they did, and then they kind of did again, and it's like, but 3 really solid, brilliant ones. Oh yeah,
I honestly, when I saw that first kill, I was just like, wow, they've pissed the best shot up against the wall. Mm-hmm. It's going to be dull and downhill from here.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
It wasn't, and that honestly, that was the level they set it at on the first kill, and then they just, not all of them, but they just carried on lumping back to that quality.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about the special effects? Do you think they aged well?
It's weird because I was watching bits of it and I thought, oh, the special effects aren't that great, but they were the intended bad special effects. It's like when they were in the training game thing, and it's like I saw the guy got cut and I thought, oh god, this is awful. But because it was the training sim, that was excusable. And then the rest of the special effects are actually pretty solid. I think they still stand up well today. There are a couple of green screen bits that you could instantly pick out. But for the most part, that was a pretty solid B-movie level of special effects.
I think for when it was made, 1999, on that kind of budget.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pretend they're great, but I reckon there's more special effects in there than we noticed. Because a lot of the kills were in darkened areas, so I think they were definitely trying to use it well, and obviously there were certain things they could never have afforded to do, so I think they used it judiciously well.
Yeah
For a 21-year-old film. I can't
no, I say even today that still stands as a solid B movie as far as I'm concerned.
Technically, I'd have to say it's that weird thing of Uncanny Valley. It's got some of the best and also some of the weakest special effects because the practical effects looked real. Whereas this was the first time there was stuff that was noticeably not real, if that makes sense. But just stuck out more. The fashion styling gave the age away. The fashion styling definitely made it look dated. Much development on the last one. Well,
yeah, just a touch. I mean, not only did we go into the future, we had the Uber Jason development going on.
I just let the cat out.
But we also had sort of how do you pick up from that last story and reboot it almost? So they've sort of gone back to a new Camp Crystal Lake, which I kind of thought was an interesting turn at the end, where they sort of just brought it round full circle again.
I mean, it has been that eternal since since part 3. It's been that eternal. How do we get away from doing the same thing again and again? I said this made back triple its cost.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Which double its cost is a success, triple its cost, that's just straight cash
Mm.
money. It succeeded. It's. I'm just trying to think how to put it because it definitely broke away. The
Yep.
fact that they ramped up the kill count as much kind of gives you a bit of leeway for, what do you want to do next? Being you could go on the sci-fi direction. You it opens up a whole world of possibilities because you've essentially gone right. We can go anywhere and do anything.
Yeah.
So it definitely gave it more legs, and it firmly established. Yeah, I think it. I get why people don't think it's a Friday the 13th, but I think it's got too many elements to not be a Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was going to ask, do you think it was that different to the last 9? I mean, come
If
on.
if we took the plot element of being in the space station, you've got a bunch of horny teenagers in a confined area being stalked by Jason. Uh, you know, we have a thing, and they play to that in a variety of different ways. So
If it hadn't gone into space, it could easily have been the whole thing could easily have been done in like a research bunker on Earth, contemporary time.
yep.
So Uber Jason just makes me want to go on a full fight. And you also got to remember, I mean, like there'd been 9 years. Well, there would have been when they made it. There'd have been no Jet Friday the 13th for 7 years. There would have been a huge sci-fi revival going on. When was this? Would be post Star Wars prequels, correct?
Yeah, the first one was 99, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
So it would have been just or released just
but
after.
the
It would
hype would
be
have
May
been,
at the time that the hype was out and the film
yeah,
was being released.
and that itself had like you had the Matrix going on. There was a big sci-fi had moved on. Horror at the time wasn't doing great stuff.
Hmm.
You had Scream, which was a lot more comedy. So you can't knock it down because it was following a trend.
Yeah.
I thought it was following a trend whilst sticking very much to its roots.
Mm. I mean,
Could you
all the
imagine?
core elements were there, weren't they?
Could you imagine pulling? Having done a retread at that point, it would have looked
Mm.
ancient.
Yes, I don't think it would have worked.
Yeah. Right. And yeah. Anything you want to bring up? Any?
No, no. So I think we've discussed most of the bits. I have a feeling it's time.
Hang on, hang on, hang on.
I shall talk randomly for a moment while you try and get the bits up.
What
Here we go.
this? The
Yes,
Hall of Fridays.
Fridays.
So
So,
before we start,
yeah.
how are we still feeling about Jason Takes Manhattan, Jason the New Blood, and Jason Goes to Hell? Because I don't think this is going to do anything to your top notch,
No.
but I'm wondering if, taking into the facts I pitched,
Mm.
that and I'm looking at those 3 specifically because they were all trying to do something different
Yeah.
with the series, and especially with Jason Goes to Hell and Takes Manhattan versus New Blood. Is there any reordering happening anywhere?
I don't think there's reordering. I'm just trying
Okay.
to get
See
the
it? Okay,
yeah.
I'll give me a
So,
second.
no, it's fine. I got it. I've maximized it now. I
Ah,
think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bit of space.
you got to make some space.
Yes. I would like to bring Jason Goes to Hell down along with A New Beginning.
The New Blood.
Yeah.
Right, so that's
So those
going
two.
down.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm trying to make this thing work. No, they're both going down. Where are we thinking of?
Oh, yep. They're not
Right,
coming down hugely.
about there.
Yep. Now, for this one, as a pure Jason film, I can imagine there are lots of people who didn't like it, and I can fully understand why they
Yeah.
would. But as a film, I laughed bloody hard at this one. So it's
Okay.
going there above those two. Just
Right.
two.
So okay, so this is where this is when it becomes serious business.
Hmm.
Part 2 and part 3.
They were solid Friday the 13th films. So I still want those slightly above this one.
Right.
But yeah, I want it there.
Just there?
Just a little bit up.
A little bit up. Say when.
That's it.
Oh, there?
Yes, there.
Okay.
Now, just to say, I laughed so hard on this one.
Yeah.
It's just it had the comedy element down pat. It was very aware of what it was,
Yeah.
who its audience was. So yeah,
But it was comedy without losing.
Yeah.
See, this is why I don't necessarily think it's that postmodern, because it didn't fit into the postmodern horror epoch,
Mhm.
because it had comedy in it, but it was a comedy about admitting what it was rather than parodying what it was, if you get what I mean.
Indeed, it was Scott Tiger Chili's off. So thank you very much for joining
Okay.
us. Lovely to have you watching with us.
See you Thursday night. Yeah, I didn't. I thought it was self-aware rather than self-parodying. If you
Yeah.
get the difference.
Yeah, it has just like the little bits at the end where they loaded up the Camp Crystal Lake seed and things like that.
But that was a smart plan.
It was a brilliant plan. Yeah. It is something that worked.
Yeah.
But it was also funny.
Yeah.
It's relying on the fact that this is the 10th film. By the time you're watching this one, you've probably seen most of the others, if not all of the others. And so it was playing to that audience, and I think it did a great job of that.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Oh, that's that there. So that's looking healthy.
Yeah.
As a board.
That was much better than I was expecting. From everything I was expecting absolute rubbish, but
that was definitely fun. But next week, oh my gosh. Oh, next week things get very serious next week.
So next week on Tuesday the 29th at
Tuesday the 29th.
Is it Freddy versus Jason that we have?
It is indeed. Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees return to terrorize the teenage population, except for this time they're out to.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I've lost sound with you. So I don't know whether this one's going to end up being them kind of competing against each other to kill the teenagers, or
I know because I've seen it ages ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it. But as I say, this has been floating around since part 6. So this is the series money shot.
Yeah, this is an idea that's been a long time in development.
Oh yeah. So how are you?
See, I don't know. I don't know which way they're kind of going to go with it. I don't know whether they're going to sort of make one out to be the good guy, or whether they're just going to go, screw kind of plot or anything like that. We're just going to have a kill fest.
I mean, the thing I'd say is by this point, one of the reasons that Friday the 13th had done so well was because it had a lot of humor in it, mostly from the Krueger character. And a lot of its humor was very similar to the humor exhibited in Jason X.
Yeah. So they may have aligned suitably to actually.
But I think one of the reasons that Jason X doesn't have faith. This is what I'm going to suggest. Jason X doesn't align with a lot of the fans because of its humor.
Okay, yeah.
But once you've got those two together, Jason, straight guy. So you got the Friday the 13th fans being able to laugh at Freddy because he's always been funny, and go, yeah, but our guy's the serious guy. So I think you got that.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that dynamic works between the two of them.
Yeah, or they could just go, it's. I think there's going to be a lot of slaughter going on. It's going to be an interesting one to see.
I think it's going to be an interesting one because my understanding of Freddy, I've not seen the Friday the 13th, not sort of Friday, Nightmare on Elm Streets, but doesn't he come sort of during sleep time? And we've not seen Jason sleeping.
Correct.
So that'll be interesting to see how they interact.
Yeah, it's interesting also because this came out in 2003. But it's only a couple of years after development after this.
Yeah, your sound's gone again. So yeah, it's not a huge time gap between the two, and there obviously will have been a
Hey,
there we go. There obviously will have been work going on, especially with another Jason one having come out recently to try and get this done now. So yeah, I think it'll be quite interesting to see what they've come up with.
I'm quite interested to see the development because it could be very enlightening, and then you'll get to see the development from the other side because we're not going to watch it twice. But yeah, only that, and then we have the reboot. So
yeah. And I've been told that this one is the worst one of them, so it should theoretically be uphill from here.
A lot of people have said that what, number 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think, as I said, I've given my reasons why I think it's popular, but it performed incredibly well on video. So I think it did well,
isn't it? Yeah.
with a different crowd. You've got to think about it. Going and seeing Friday the 13th in the cinema, you're going to expect a very certain audience.
Yep. Whereas if you're at home with your mates watching it on a DVD or something like that.
Yeah. So I'm not surprised it did well on the home market because it's something you can just get beard up and laugh at rather than the cinema, which is supposed to be more of a serious experience when you're watching on Friday the 13th, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's very much a sort of beer and pretzels kind of movie, isn't it?
Oh, hell yeah. Or mulled wine and silly beards.
Yeah.
Anyway, news. Don't forget, I'm not going to mention the U-Ball Ball because,
you're not going to mention the fact it's on the 27th.
Well, no, because by the time this actually hits YouTube, it'll be like way past. They've got like 1 viewer at the moment. So you can follow us at bunkerzilla.co.uk, the Bunkerzilla Stomping Grounds on Facebook and YouTube. Just hunt for Bunkerzilla UK. Although if you're seeing this now, then obviously you'll have already found that.
So join us next week for Paul and Andrew. Watch all of Friday the 13th here on Bunkerzilla Twitch, the home of geek culture of the UK. Take care, everybody.
Ho, 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 ho.
Oh, let's get beard out of my nostril now.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
God. That's horrible.